Welcome.
First and goal. Mahomes flings it. It's there! Hardman! Jackpot! Kansas City! Ready, down! Put.
Hello? You play to win the game. I want winners. I want people that want to win.
What's going on, everybody? It is me, Dale, all alone by my damn self because the rest of these mofos are always late. Tag your favorite late hosts and tell them to move they behind. Okay? This is the play call sheet. Of course, we're about to get into some NFL talk, and we have some college football talk and news and everything like that to get to. So we definitely got a big show for you guys. And here's one of the latecomers. What's up, Coach?
7:35, man. 7:34 right now. Don't do me like that. How you doing, brother?
All good, Coach. All good here, man. Yep. So we are going to be talking about our King Cake giveaway contest first off to get everybody in the know about that. But we're not going to announce our winner from last week. We're going to announce our winner from the very first week because we're going to decide on the winner shortly. So, little behind the scenes there. So, you guys check this out.
What is going on, people? It's your boy Chill Will. Jeff. It's Mardi Gras season, y'all. And you know what that means. It's time for King Cake. STWF TV is giving away 2 King Cakes per week from Little J's Donut during Mardi Gras. All you have to do is subscribe to STWF TV on YouTube and comment on the STWF TV shows. Comment the most and get put into a drawing. The names are randomly selected every week. That's right. Get a taste of Mardi Gras this year with Little J's King Cake, located in Harahan, Louisiana. Check them out on Facebook at Little J's Donuts or at littlejsdonuts.org. We'll be seeing you.
All right. So, all of our listeners out there, you can win your own King Cake. So go ahead and hang out with us and comment, and you could be a winner, just like our previous week's winners, Renee Hammond and Ethel Forrester. I heard that their King Cakes were shipping out pretty soon. So I can't wait to see you guys' videos enjoying these King Cakes. And so, yeah, just go ahead and comment just like these people did, and you'll be entered to win. So there we go. Let's get to our first topic. Of course, the Super Bowl is this weekend, Coach. The Super Bowl is this weekend. How you feel about the Super Bowl? Are you looking forward to watching it? Are you upset about it? What's your feelings?
I don't care about it.
Okay.
I'm not upset about it, as long as my number's here.
All right, there we go. From straight from a pure gambling perspective.
No, it's I think it's gonna be a good one, man.
Okay.
Hey, man.
Well,
yeah.
I
think it's gonna be good, man. You got it's the last game, but you got the mastery of Kellen Moore, probably y'all next head coach, and you got the mastery of Spags, I'm just gonna throw it out there, man. One of the greatest defensive coordinators of our time. He's the guy that took down Brady twice. A lot of people forget about that.
True. That's true. He was the defensive coordinator for those Giants teams that gave Brady fits, sacking him all the damn time. So yeah, I'm with you, Coach.
So you got Fangio versus Spags on defense, and you got Kellen Moore against Andy on offense. Let's get it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yep. That's true. That's true. It's still the Andy Reid Bowl, though, right? Because
absolutely,
that's his former team.
that's the one inkling that I'm interested in is him. I've got, because at first I had to admit I didn't want to see the 3-peat. There's a little bit of hate in me. We ain't got a little hate in him.
Mm-hmm.
But when I sat back and thought about it, I'd rather see Andy Reid going to make history against his former team because they did him dirty.
They did him dirty. There's no doubt about it. Like the guy shouldn't have been fired. I mean, look, when you're getting to the playoffs, getting deep into the playoffs, like all those years, you know, it is like it's a toy cost, man. Like things happen, you know what I mean? And you don't come out on the winning end every time, bro. And I just don't think that should be the reason that you move forward on head coaches, man.
Yeah,
it's hard to win in NFL.
Let's be honest. Before Andy Reid got there, the Eagles at that point were pretty much irrelevant.
Right.
He made him a household name.
Yes, exactly. And that's the way they rewarded him. But now he's rewarding them by doing his thing in Kansas City. But still, they got to talk to their fans out the deal.
That's true.
That's about it.
But talk to their fans about it. They'll say, "Well, we like to hold our coaches accountable and our players accountable." Nah, they just petulant pieces of what excrements. They're some of the worst fans.
What did Santa Claus do?
On there? Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
These same people cheered a paralyzed Michael Irvin on the turf.
Yeah. You people out there in Philadelphia, you're horrible. I'm telling you. Goodness, people. So, all right. So, of course, I believe on the parlay perspective, you guys are going to cover some gambling spots or something like that about Super Bowl. That'd be cool.
Absolutely.
So yeah, man.
Wednesday night, man. Make sure you tune in and hang out with your boys.
Indeed, man. So let's talk about some news that happened in the NFL.
Let's get it. This that go and get it. With no hesitation.
Oh my goodness.
This that never quit. Let's get it. This that go and get it. With no hesitation.
Okay. I didn't realize that one had a little soundtrack with it. Okay.
Wait a minute. Did you make it?
No. Onk edits that one.
Okay.
Mine's are all silent. Okay.
Okay.
So I can use it on the podcast.
That makes sense.
Yes. The first one was Myles Garrett requesting a trade.
I'm gonna be extra.
So I didn't know about that. Myles Garrett requested a trade, and he had a whole statement. And we talked about this maybe last week or the week before, because I mentioned that Myles Garrett has ownership stakes in the Cavs by watching Hard Knocks. And you guys were all like, so he could do what he got to do from wherever else he got to play at. He'll be fine.
And here we are. What's up, Two?
What's going on, man? My fault for the way, fellas.
Yeah, man.
You good?
So what's your thoughts on this one, Too?
I already told people once Nuka started going crazy.
No. Not Kupp. This is Myles Garrett.
Myles. Oh yeah, deserving. He's dealt with Cleveland. He dealt with the Cleveland Browns bullshit for too long. The losing seasons, and then when you thought they would come up, and they didn't, and they fell short. He was.
I think Two froze.
Hitting in the effort.
He froze.
This dude has 102 sacks before the age of 30.
102 sacks before the age of 30.
This dude is phenomenal, man. He deserves to be. We talk about a lot of athletes. Oh, he should get out. Oh, he may deserve a ring and all this and that. Nothing deserving, but he deserves to be in a winning situation, in a winning organization that's gonna take winning seriously. I don't think the Cleveland Browns is ever gonna take winning seriously. So that's my thought on it. Shout out to Myles for writing a letter. He wrote them a letter in the nicest way. He requested a trade. You don't even see that. So he took his time for this shitty ass organization to write them a letter.
Well, it's not about the people making the decisions to bring in people or not bring in people. The letter is more for the fans because the fans loved him. So you got to give that love back. And as a fan, I appreciate giving the love back to your city that loved you.
We know Myles. We know Myles loved the fans. Like I said, he's been in Cleveland for so long. This is the only reason why he's still there, is because of the goddamn fans. Yeah. And even if he didn't write a letter and he was gone, screw it. What can fans really do?
No, we can hold grudges. We can hold grudges too.
Hold grudges on him? The only guy that's been playing to 100% of what he's supposed to be playing with the exception of
because we're going to think that you pushed your way out.
This is different. Yeah, for me in the NFL, years 3 to 6, maybe 7, you push yourself out, you're gonna hear the shit. After a while, after you play just about a decade, nah, hell no. You ain't owe nobody nothing, man. That's in my opinion. You don't owe nobody nothing. You ain't winning.
Okay. Well, let me pitch it to you, Coach, because you're getting a player that I freaking hate, Anthony Davis. You know why? He never said thank you to New Orleans. He pushed his way out of New Orleans. Screw you, Anthony Davis. I don't like you.
Well, first off, he told LA goodbye.
There you go.
Now, I think you never really heard much from Garrett. Day in, day out, game in, game out, year in, year out. He come in, he's a lunch pail type of guy, does his job, keeps his head down. Then all of a sudden, he's like, man, he's probably seeing this whole debacle that's going on with the Watson signing. That put them in a very peculiar spot, to whereas they really can't move him. He's so much of a cap hindrance that they can't go out and try to get somebody around him. They can't even really draft his replacement, because that's a lot of money sinking to one position. So I think he just kind of see the writing on the wall, and he figures, you know what? I've done my part. I've been here as long as I have. They ain't gonna do nothing for me. So I think it was kind of ballsy. He pretty much drew the line in the sand today when he penned the letter saying, yeah, I'm officially asked for a trade, put it out in public. So he's controlling the narrative versus having an organization to control the narrative, which probably speaks to he don't have much respect in that organization for him to come out like that, because he could have handled this behind closed doors, but he chose not to.
Well, so here's what I heard from a former player, and retired former player, whatever, right? He's saying when you see something like this happen, that means Myles Garrett has worked behind the scenes and talked to the organization about making things better, about improving things, and then he also talked to them about making a trade, and they didn't move. And so when they don't move, you take your business public and you control the narrative, and you push it out there like that, and then that's why you make it happen. So what if that's what happened with Myles?
I can definitely see that. My only fear, though, is I think I haven't seen the odds on it yet, on where he might end up at, but my gut tells me he's going to end up either in Philly or Washington. Philly, because they've got a cap guru over there that can make it happen. In Washington, because they got a lot of cap space and a lot of draft picks.
Mm-hmm. What teams do you see, Meta?
I see right now. I see top of the line Cowboys at 4-1. The Washington Commanders at 5-1. Kansas City at 6-1 odds. The Las Vegas Raiders at 7-1 odds. San Fran 8-1 odds. Philadelphia, of course, the mob 9-1, and then we'll end it here with Buffalo and Green Bay, with the dark horses being Detroit and Miami at 14-1 and 16-1 respectively.
Okay. All right, now let's move to our other bit of breaking news for the day. Cooper Kupp, he stated on his Twitter that he's been informed that the Rams will be trading him. He doesn't agree with the situation. He was hoping to play his career, with the Rams, but that did not happen. And now they're working with them to make the best trade possible. All right, so just continue your thought about this Cooper Kupp being traded thing.
He became expandable, man. Everybody's touchable for the right price. And the Rams are gonna go look at that right price. We remember talking about the Rams a couple years back about the draft picks they didn't have. You know what I'm saying? The things that they didn't have, but with the draft picks they ended up creating a great team to survive. And shout out to them on an awesome year, but that doesn't mean that he's not replaceable still. You still got to try to get that back. You want to be good for years and years. And no disrespect to Kupp, but if you can go get some value for him, why not trade him?
P. Dollar saying Kupp ain't worth a lot. Y'all agree?
What happened?
Kupp ain't worth a lot.
Nah, the injuries are gonna hurt him. And like he's getting older. I mean, he's still gonna be a good receiver, but I think his days as a number one receiver on a good team are behind him.
So what were they looking to get back for him? Fifth?
Probably second or third rounder.
Okay.
You're not
second
gonna get
third
a first
round is pretty good
if you
capital.
do, then Rob, whoever that is.
Coach, what you think they get?
I'm trying to see what his contract is looking like, because I'm thinking probably a third. How old is he now?
Like 29, 30, I think.
Let's see.
That's a good question, actually.
Cooper Kupp's age. You got that Cooper Kupp age.
See, Cooper Kupp, he is 31.
Ooh, 31.
And he's got 2 years left on his current contract. He's got a cap hit of $29.7 million this year, but a dead cap hit of 22.2.
Oh, you're not gonna get much for him with that, with those numbers.
Nah. And he's probably going to want some type of extension too. Some add another year or two on top of that.
Well, that's something that you'll be interested in because you're gonna restructure what's there then. So yeah, we'll give you a new contract, but also you're not going to make as much money as you were going to this year. We're going to stretch this out. Unless it's a team that really, really needs it. I really hope it's not my
That's the key. There's teams that can use his services for sure. We talk about teams like, for instance, the Steelers. More than likely may need a guy like him. The Chargers. Shout out to the Chargers. They work with their young guys, but why
Chargers
not?
A big name. That's a big name that should be in that sweepstakes.
And we talk about value. There's going to be teams that value him more than other teams. We know that. He's older,
for sure.
laser user. I think the Chargers, they're going to look at teams that may value him a little bit more. So it's kind of mid-ground where his value is. But the Buccaneers talking about getting rid of Godwin. Potentially Coop can hit in that spot as the second man to Mike Evans. We know Mike Evans is hitting the age ceiling too, but still be productive. Cooper Kupp can go right through it, right in there, and follow suit. I don't know how the offense is gonna look this year without Cohen. Whoever they hire, maybe he keeps the same tune, but I mean, I think there's a couple of teams that can use him for it. He's not.
The Chiefs obtained Hopkins for a 5th round pick. So,
yeah. I mean, I guess those are kind of similar situations, but yeah, probably right.
like, you know, that seems to be apples to apples for me. Pretty close to it at least.
And another team, and all this talk is from the off season. I mean, last season that's about to end shortly. You know, about to be in the off season. The Lions can still go and try to attack to possibly go get Cooper Kupp. You know, they intertwined a lot of other receivers. They had Jameson, you got St. Brown, but everybody else was they was fitting and plugging everybody in. Him going back to play with golf.
They got so many wide receivers. It makes no sense.
No. They like I said, they have so many other wide receivers that they just was plugging in. If you can go get Cooper Kupp, fuck those other receivers. You don't got to.
Yeah, but that's a lot of money to spend in a place that you're already good at.
You say F those other receivers and like go look at those numbers, bro. Like Jameson Williams and
We're not talking about
Robinson Brown.
We're not talking about St. Brown. We're not talking about Jameson. I'm talking about everybody, all the other receivers. They looked to plug in this season, and they did a good job with them. But if you can go get Cooper Kupp,
if they're gonna do something like that, I mean, yeah, they could do it now because Jameson's still on a rookie deal. But actually, the years lining up, no, that would mean when it's time to pay Jameson, you're paying Kupp. So yeah, probably not. But yeah, I mean, look, there's plenty of places you can go. I hope my Patriots stay away though. I really do, because I feel like they'd get him and then they'd just like close the book on the receiver room for the year. And I'm like, nah, you got to do more than that. It can't just
they
be
get
Kupp.
him and not use him, so it don't matter.
There you go.
That's what they do with wide receivers in New England.
They don't use one guy who literally does not stay in bounds. Like, I like Keyshawn Booty, but he got to stay in bounds, bro.
Free booty.
Free booty.
Ain't nothing wrong with some free booty.
Although don't give the booty for free. I say
hell of a
booty,
segue.
yes, but don't give the booty for free. We can't promote that either. I mean,
Deshaun Watson is no longer alone. The Ravens kicker Justin Tucker has been accused of inappropriate behavior at massage therapists. And so this is coming off his worst season, making just 73% of the field goals.
there's a theme here, fellas. There's a theme here. That's all I'm saying. We always talk about let him cook. Now let him stroke, apparently. You gotta let him stroke.
Let him stroke.
my man, free your hands out. Everybody in this world.
Ladies want to free the nipple. Well, fellas want to free the hand job. Do these things equate? Am I wrong? No, what's going on?
Everybody in this world has a vice. It took us a long time to find out.
Talk about vice, like grip. Yeah, I'm sure.
It took us forever to find out what his vices are because, like you said, Dale, he made 73% of his field goals this year. I mean, he's kind of been drilling down in age, but we know Justin Tucker for the most part to be perfect in his aspects. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. The heart and soul of the Ravens team. You know, don't count Lamar. And you find this out, and you're sitting here like, well, shit. No wonder why it's only at a 73% clip now. And if you never found out about this, it would have probably hit 60 next year. Now it's come out. What are the Ravens gonna do now? One of the best kickers in the history. We just seen Buckner, not this situation, but a different situation. You know, he was doing all this crazy stuff. People wasn't fond of it. You know, only thing is, can't get charged with the stuff that Buckner did. You can get charged with this shit, Justin. So if I'm the Ravens, I'm looking to cut him ASAP.
Hey, how long until happy endings are just in the contract?
The team just hires some people to give happy endings.
Happy
like yo, they're sex workers. That's a thing that's legal. I mean, in certain places, it's in the contract. She ain't a prostitute, she's a worker. Just like the workers at Hooters. They're not waitresses, they're models, hired to do a job.
Eye candy, even.
Exactly what they are. Paid eye candy. Well, when do we get paid happy endings?
Woo.
I'm just saying. It seems like some of these players are much better having this service available.
For real.
Seems like a lot of players are getting worse having this. Listen here.
There's definitely a need.
Let me rephrase that, because I feel like a good percentage of NFL players, get happy endings. And when you take advantage of happy endings, in my mind, yeah. But we always say we're all humans, right? The money just separates these guys from us, and they're playing professional. But why are you taking advantage of something that you can probably not have to take advantage of? What more do you need from a lady or masseuse to go through what you're going through and then get accused of doing something?
I'm not gonna lie. You know what I think happens? I think they be down for it because it's a money situation. They get the bag, but then they price out the athlete, and the athlete's like, "No, I'm not doing that. You're not gonna strong arm me, pun intended. You're not gonna strong arm me, for more money. Like, that's not happening." And then they're like, "All right, well, I'll go public," and they're like, "Well, I dare you." And then now we're on the podcast talking about it.
All right, Will. So, all right, this is your line of work, and
I knew we were gonna get to this part. I swear to God, every time one of these motherfuckers do this shit, I'm like, here we go.
you represent your people, bro.
Deep breaths. It's not that hard to
No,
have,
in certain states, you might get propositioned, though.
Oh, I'll tell you, in any state, you'll get proposition. Yo, yeah. I work for one of the biggest, most known companies.
The Will Free.
No, hear me out. For one of the biggest, most known massage companies in the world, not just America, in the world. Massage Envy is known. They got fucking commercials. They're so big, they've had scandals survive them. They're doing fine. And people will still call up. Call, not even come in. Call. Do y'all do happy endings? What are you fucking Where did you call IHOP for shit like that? Like, I don't understand.
Are you serious?
To make the comparison, you wouldn't call Burger King and ask them for steak. Like, it's not on the menu, bro. What are you talking about? But yeah, grow call in.
Hey, it's been a trend that even if it's not on the menu at massage parlors, like we said a couple minutes ago, proposition could be used.
Think about every situation like that. Most people don't know about how it really is. They know it from a movie. So they don't know how it would work. They just assume, yeah, you just got to ask the right person. No. We do not do that here, sir. I had one lady, she was like, do we do what? She couldn't believe what he said on the phone. And she handed me the phone. Like, I don't know what he's asking. I'm like, oh, I got it. I know what he's doing. I was like, sir, this is not Vegas. Matter of fact, what's your name? You told me his name. I'm like, you're blacklisted. Not allowed here.
This ain't downtown Austin. This ain't Chinatown. Yeah.
That's great.
And you know what's crazy? And I heard this from an exec too. And I was like, no, because we have a regional director for Massage Envy. The regional director who oversees 100-something stores, different places. She was like, if a therapist gets complained about for a possible sexual act or any kind of accusation like that, it takes 8 of those for them to legally fire us. 8.
Wow. Okay.
It's absurd. That's why there's a problem in this business.
And 9 massage therapists have accused Tucker of inappropriate sexual behavior from 2012 to 2016. And now we're in 2025, so that number may be triple, quadruple.
Yeah, it's more now.
Now you're getting
We don't gotta go crazy, but definitely more, probably. Yeah.
So you can still have a job in the league. It's up to the team if they want to keep you or not, man.
Yeah, probably
do the Ravens
not.
want to deal with that?
It's probably not gonna happen. So P Dollar saying send him to the Browns, but P Dollar, we got the answer, bro. We got the perfect place for him.
Assemble the big three. Real talk, that'd be crazy.
So fitting. So fitting.
Why aren't
Watson as the backup?
like older or ex-porn stars just doing this work? I don't. It could be a whole service. You could literally start a happy endings parlor where it's legal.
Yes.
And you've already been in that line of work most of your life. Looking at you, Jenna Jameson. Just saying.
Oh,
you might want to think about these things.
Yep.
Because this is going to keep happening. It's not going to stop.
Yeah, absolutely.
Motherfuckers with money still want hand jobs, whether they got money or not.
That's a fact. That is a fact.
Never goes out of style. So
that's the one thing that you can get at discounted prices.
Just saying.
I'm just saying.
Hey, and just like the right wine with the food, it pairs well with the massage. Is all. I understand.
We are so out of control.
Y'all gave me this platform, man. It's y'all fault.
All right. TCU wide receiver Jack Besh was selected the MVP of the Senior Bowl. That happened on Saturday. He caught the game-winning touchdown pass, and this is months after his brother died in the pickup truck attack in New Orleans. So this was a 4th and goal late in the fourth quarter. He caught a 2-yard touchdown pass from Seth Hangen to give the American team a 22-19 win over the national team. Besh finished the game with 6 receptions, 68 yards. So this is a guy that went to LSU, played as a freshman. LSU was so deep at wide receiver, like they put him in at tight end to get him on the field. He was catching a couple balls and stuff like that.
Was it? Were you so deep at receiver? Is that what happened?
It was really deep, bro. They're really deep. Tell you.
Were you?
And then he decided to transfer after Coach O got fired.
Man, it was good.
Oh, he was there back then. Yes, then you were too deep. Correct. I thought even now, like what? It's Lacey, and then who?
Stop questioning me about my team, bro. I know what I'm talking about with my team.
I'm just saying, bro. Rough.
So, but yes. So now with this, now with Besh catching this touchdown like this, I don't think he's going to wow you as far as athletics are concerned when they get to testing, but he's a competitor. He contested catch guy. He's faster than you think. All the white guy cliches, okay?
Hey, you're burying the lead here, though. He's got a trophy filled with Reese's. I'm in.
Yeah, I'm all for him getting a spot on my team.
Speaking of the senior game, you had mentioned one of the guys who might have put up his stock a little bit, and that was the quarterback Hennigan. As well as Riley Leonard. Those two quarterbacks, from what I've seen in the game, they were doing their thing, man. The scouts out there looking at you guys. Middle rounds of the draft, late rounds of the draft. As long as you get drafted, man, you got some chance to progress. So shout out to those two.
Yeah, absolutely.
Patrick, I feel like TCU always got one or two guys who go on day 2 at receiver. They always got a receiver over there.
Yeah, I'm loving Besh though.
Shout out to Sadavian Jones too, the D lineman man from LSU. He showed some signs, you know.
Yeah.
6'5", 289-pounder man. He made several plays in the backfield early in the game. Couple tackles for loss.
Yeah, Savion Jones. I mean, he's not going to be your best pass rusher, but he can usually set an edge pretty good. A stronger kind of rusher. So on the edge. So yeah. I saw some good stuff from offensive linemen too. LSU, Miles Frazier, he got a lot of pub from the Senior Bowl guys out there. A lot of one-on-ones. I don't think he gave up a sack on any one-on-one drill that he ran in the Senior Bowl. And I don't think he gave up a sack all year as a right guard for LSU. But he wasn't the most talked about guy from LSU. It was the left tackle, Will Campbell. So I think he's projected to go first round somewhere. Yep, there you go. Savion Jones, St. James. That's right.
St. James, bitch.
And after 8 years, Chip Kelly is back in the NFL. He was hired by the Las Vegas Raiders to be the offensive coordinator under the new head coach, Pete Carroll. And according to reports, he's going to be the highest paid coordinator at $6 million per year. Coach, what we think about this one? $6 million a year?
I don't know. He's so tainted when it comes to the NFL game. I get it. He's coming up, but timing. He's fresh off a national championship as an OC. Back in the NFL for a second stint because he kind of ran out of here with his legs, with his tail between his legs. But as offensive coordinator and play caller, he's still one of the best. He's not good at keep him away from personnel decisions, but calling the plays and utilizing the talent that he has, that says a lot. My question is, who are they going to take? Somebody he's familiar with at quarterback, or is this, if he's there, are they going to nab Shador?
I think you go best talent you can possibly get. What's your thoughts here, too?
Yeah, like you said, best talent you can get here. We obviously know they're gonna go young. This is the year. They're in position to go get a young QB, and what they're doing with the hire Carroll and the hire Chip Kelly is putting some veterans in there that not gonna tolerate no shit, and guys that the organization and the Raiders feel can get some improvement out of this team. We've seen Pete Carroll with the likes of guys, Matt Leinart in college. You've seen him with Russell Wilson throughout the course of his career, able to get those guys to compete at the highest level and the best of their abilities. And I only expect that with the new QB they get. The question I have, and you had that question, Dale, the question I have is the Raiders really the team for that? Really? Everything looks good on paper right now. Shout out to the Raiders trying to make some moves. But the real moves are going to come in this draft because we know history says, though they've gotten some key players, they don't draft the right person when it's their turn to draft.
They got a whole new front office, right?
So whole new front office, everything else. Hopefully everything turns to silver. I don't hope it turns to gold. But I hope it turns to silver.
All right. Well, $6 million a year.
I think this is a good hire. They hired him. They paid him a lot, but to do what he's qualified to be paid that high to do, which is run the offense, and that's what he does. He's not making personnel decisions like Coach talked about. That's a no. You're out on that job. You sucked at it. Pissed off an entire team to the point where they hated you. So yeah.
But is he the best play caller in the NFL? Like,
there's no way to know that. No, there's no way to know that. I mean, Ben Johnson's gonna have a say in that.
Andy Reid,
does McVay still call plays because when he was doing his thing, he was one of the best.
When we look at play callers. This guy, keep it real, was kind of one of the first ones to kind of juice up the offenses we're seeing now in the league. So he's the godfather in a sense. Keep it real.
Of the spread in the NFL, yeah, he definitely helped that. Yeah,
Yeah.
I think he was more instrumental in the hurry up part of the offense,
the read option
no
type
huddle. Yeah, that's where to me he was most revolutionary at.
I felt too with the quarterbacks he's had too. They're not. If you look at them, like Nick Foles, for instance, like decent in college, but I mean, you didn't really expect nothing of Nick. And then he had that year where it was crazy, you know what I'm saying? Kind of how you shadow Jalen Hurts in a sense, you know, just make him make the passes that he can. So I think he can do this with like a Cam Ward, Shador, whoever else is leaning in that QB ladder. I feel like he can do that with them. Jake trashes Will Howard, and he had Will Howard fucking tap dancing, literally, you know. So
true. Yeah, that's a good point too. That's a real good point. I'm thinking back at his tenure in the NFL. I don't remember like the offense really like tearing it up. Coach did.
I mean, it's because the team hated him.
Trouble?
Yeah. I feel like they tore it up until the team just like said "fuck you," and it kind of fucked the psyche of the team.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Shady McCoy still talk shit about him to this day.
To this day.
Shady hates his guts.
To this day.
Him
Shady
and
is a likable fella himself.
Sean Jackson, right?
him and Jackson. Yep.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Hey, you ain't there to be friends.
Kyron Lacy, the former LSU wide receiver, his attorney
released he's done.
Wait, what?
Did they get in trouble?
Yeah, I'm explaining what's going on here. Will?
Again, I thought we did a story. Right?
I'm trying to tell you what's going on, Will. His attorney released a statement, and he's saying, contrary to reports, Mr. Lacy did not leave and return to the scene. He continued with his daily activities as he did not believe he was at fault. Throughout his career, Mr. Lacy has been an exemplary member of the community and teammate. We urge against premature judgment and are confident that further investigation will show Mr. Lacy acted within the law. I will vigorously defend his innocence.
I'm about to say, that's the one word we need to hear in this fucking message is innocence. Otherwise, what are we here for?
Not ignorance, innocence.
And quote, the collision that resulted in the death of Mr. Herman, the guy that was killed, as the attorney said, was not caused by Mr. Lacy's actions. The incident occurred directly in front of him when a second vehicle in the oncoming lane crossed the center line and collided with Mr. Herman's vehicle in which he was a passenger. It's another part of the statement. So, but like Will said, you want to hear innocent in this. Do you think?
Yeah.
And you know, a lot of attorneys and people like that, you know, they go for the benefit of yourself. But if you know you're going for a man like that, you probably gonna throw the innocent word in there. You know, so it's
got to.
It's a sneaky situation, man. It's a crazy situation here. Occurred in November.
I mean, he's saying he didn't hit anybody. That's what it sounded like to me. It wasn't me. That's the defense. So it's open and shut. Let me see your car.
Let me see the car. Let me see the video. They got video, highway video.
Hey, let me see your car. You know, if you got any damage on your car, you probably did it. If you don't, you know, you're probably innocent here. I can't believe the police will make an arrest without seeing the car. So I'm curious to see what would happen with that. So.
And he was supposed to be he declared for the draft this year before this incident, correct?
Yeah, he's not eligibility anyway. So,
he wasn't eligible to be in the draft.
Right. Well, no, he's out of eligibility for for NCAA.
Oh, NCAA. So you have to be in the draft regardless. So it's not like he had a choice.
Yes.
Yeah, you can't have. Yeah, you want to be in the league. That's what you play for.
Yeah.
So it's not Henry Ruggs situation. So there's still
not
under
yet.
the tunnel for him.
It's literally just not yet.
Yeah, not yet.
It very much is Henry Ruggs though. Like,
right. I mean, somebody died in a car accident.
right.
And they're saying he's
So
responsible.
he's in trouble.
So
Shit. Listen here, Henry Ruggs. Hold on. Listen, and like I said, prayers to both. Condolences to both the individuals in these car crashes. Motherfucking Henry Ruggs hit out 156. The car was lighting up. She had an animal in there. The animal died too. The whole city block was fucking on fire. Like, and there was no attorney that was
more mad at dog.
Henry Ruggs was innocent at all. He wasn't. He couldn't even say he was innocent at all. The man was drunk as shit. He's like, and his wife.
Well, his car was totaled. He couldn't leave the scene if he wanted to.
Yeah. So now he's saying that the incident, like, oh, he's innocent, or this video that maybe he didn't do it. All you gotta do is show that video, man.
Because my thing was, if there was a car accident so bad that somebody died, usually cars can't just drive away from that. And his car kept going. And he didn't show up till like 2 days later or whatever.
I mean, he could have just run her off the road. We'll see, though. I guess, yeah.
True. That's possible too.
Nice little pit move. You're out of here.
Yeah, that's possible too. So, all right, let's move to our next story here. There has been new information released regarding the Saints playing a significant role in the PR campaign to minimize the fallout from the Catholic clergy sexual abuse crisis in New Orleans there. So the team's owner, Ms. Benson, I mean, she is Catholic, big part of the Catholic Church and everything like that. So she will have, big ties in that area. And the records reveal that, the Saints were pretty much provided crisis management and media training to the archdiocese in preparation for interviews and different media things. And they probably did this for like a month. And the initial statement about this was just they were just helping deal with wording and something like that. They minimized it pretty much, their involvement in helping with this. Now, Ms. Benson did say that no one's is supporting sexual abuse or anything like that, and definitely she wants the truth to be found and guilty parties go to jail, whatever. But when you're being portrayed as somebody defending a sexual abuser, you look pretty bad. Now, I will say, I mean, this is the United States, and everybody is entitled to a defense. So, what do you guys think about this new information that came forward? Let's start with you, Coach.
I remember we covered this a couple of years back, maybe like the early stages of the play call sheet, and it kind of came out, then it got buried again, so it's back again.
Yes.
I'm not surprised at all. You got sports, you got politics, you got religion involved, all public officials. So these type of deals and discussions, I'm not surprised it goes on behind closed doors. But I do think it's a bad look for the organization because they didn't say too much about it the first time, and they ain't saying too much about it this time. They're just kind of hoping that what they call it, the altruist method, when you bury your head in the sand and hope it goes away.
Yeah, bury in the sand.
Hoping that the church or the church service on Sunday washed this away. But this is a theory that I had on this shit. The Saints is so deep under the cap that they try to find a new partner to get money from. Motherfucking church. Sin on all sins, man. Prayer for the New Orleans Saints, man, as they go through this terrible time.
Just
this
proves
team,
that
man.
not even Jesus can help the Saints.
They tried one more time. They tried one more time to have Jesus help them. Listen here, this is bad, man.
Yeah.
And like Coach said, like Coach had mentioned, they closed the book on this. I don't think it's gonna be easy to close the book on this shit this time. We're gonna have to come to some resolution, solve the problem type of thing. Man, only the Saints would be in this type of shit.
In the church.
See,
Harrison Buckner.
I got a little bit of a different take on this, and
Okay.
it's of course
It's close to you. It's close to you. It's your organization, not you per se.
So this is a rich individual that has power influence as well. And not only does she have power influence, there are other people that have power influence that also contributed to the defense of the Catholic Church in this situation. I'm talking about, like, judges and other city officials in the area. Everybody came to the aid of the Catholic Church for the reason of, hey, this is my local bishop, whatever it may be, that called me for help. I got these resources, so I'm going to use my resources to help my bishop.
As most churches do. See, so you're in the sling of that, man. But this is something that's been happening, and you closed it. If it was all like that, why would you close it the first time? Why don't you just get into the solution in? The fact that you keep burying it and it keeps coming up, that makes it a bigger issue than if it is not. If it's not an issue, and they're doing it to show love and companionship, then the shit could have just been closed after the first time. But the fact that it's coming out like this, man, it doesn't show a good sign.
It's because of what the allegations are. And that's the reason why they don't want to say, yeah, we're helping because of what the allegations are. I mean, now criminal lawyer, they got the defense of, hey, everybody needs a defense, right? And this is my job. My job is not to judge whether this person is innocent or guilty or whatever. My job is to make sure the police follow all their rules or whatever it needs to happen to get the client the most just outcome as possible. That's what their job is. And so, yes, they have to defend murderers and stuff like that. Somebody got to do it. It's the United States.
Hey, man, welcome to the game, man. Time to play the game.
So, hopefully this goes away pretty soon here, because we got other problems in New Orleans, which we'll get to in a few. Our next story. Rest in peace to the first down marker. Oh my goodness. I've been calling for this forever. Forever. Okay. I just saw a UFL game maybe a few weeks ago or whatever. They're using technology to measure their first downs. There's no old guy on the sideline holding a stick on a chain, walking in from way across from the other side of the field to measure some stuff. So why can't the NFL do that?
Nah, they say because they're trying to keep somebody on payroll, dog. But eventually, like Walmart with the self-service and all that stuff, you can take that shit away. And now the professionals. And crazy thing is, when Josh Allen got the first down and didn't give it to him, now a week later, you want to change the rule. Usually,
every time the Bills fail, the new rule changes.
Rules get changed when they don't do the right shit. And this is another evident clue of why now we have to have a funeral for the first down marker. But I'm happy with it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not mad at it.
Yes. Get rid of first down marker.
in the NFL. Don't get rid of it in like high school or college, man. People might need that money, man.
Yo, Pat McAfee said, yes, we need a change. He said, I'm tired of seeing 85-year-old whites come out there and measure this. I was like, yo, Pat, you're a fool, man. He's an ally, bro.
This is quickly turning into cyberball.
Cyberball?
Yep. You don't know about that.
Everything by
it felt like the game they were playing in Starship Troopers, whatever version of football that was.
Yeah, cyberball is a video game from back in the day where they played where everything was computerized, even the players.
Oh yeah,
just robots out there.
Nice. You know, just robots out there. They got the markets coming up right here, right now. There's a big understanding of people are concerned about CTE. So so even talking about throwing around flag football. You got certain devices and think what the owners can do with it though. If they just invest into the technology to have the players out there and raw robotic players.
Oh yeah,
all out AI take it over.
We can pay him. We gonna pay him $1,000 and we good with it. We save a lot of money.
I can bet you every new technology that's introduced to the NFL, some kind of way, some owner or owners, group of owners, or the NFL in general, probably has some kind of partnership deal in place with them when they start using this stuff and start selling.
Which is probably why Eagle Eye or Hawkeye or whatever it's called didn't really play the first time because we didn't. Because the NFL didn't have their bread in it.
That's right. You gonna give us a steak? No. Hey, old guys with the chain.
We'll just keep throwing up smoke signals like it's the fucking Pilgrims.
You got another year, dog. Oh, you want to play
carrier
ball
pigeons? We will use carrier pigeons until we own the company in which the phones work for.
That's it. That's how NFL rolls, baby. That's how.
Oh, this might be the last year that we see the referees in black and white. With the first down markers. I mean, the old people. I'm sorry, the old people that carry them. Yeah, they don't wear black and white. I don't think, but it's
they do. Look at it right there.
Oh, the dudes with well, that's just to do measuring. They didn't have the guy that bring the chains over.
Oh, they got a blue jacket on, but they still got black and white on. They just got that big ass coat over it because they're not moving.
Yeah, like the orange or whatever. Yeah.
I hope their severance checks are fire.
No, they're part-time workers, bro. Like
they're 1,000 years old. They got about a year left, all of them.
them dudes probably getting like 1,500 a day.
I mean, it's not like they got fired from their jobs, but basically they said, man, y'all booted. You know what I'm saying? So they gotta give them something.
You didn't get fired from your job. Your job doesn't exist anymore. Sorry, bud.
Yeah, so when your job doesn't exist anymore, they give you a severance. So you're gonna get some type of pay. That's what I'm saying. I'm hoping it's a good check. I'm hoping it's a good part-time fat check that the NFL.
You'll get a solid recommendation for high school football refereeing.
You'll get a check. You'll get something though. Not a lot, but you'll get something.
Maybe. It's part-timers, man. That was the whole reason that they made them part-timers too. So shit like that couldn't happen.
Nah, because and usually when a job shuts down or they're no longer gonna need your services, they're gonna give you that severance check, man. They're gonna give you that to them, man.
If you're a salary person, not part-timers.
Right, exactly.
No, not at all.
Yes.
No.
Yes. Like,
no.
My job hires.
I worked at a job for 6 months. I worked for a year. The job shut down. Everybody got a severance pay. Everybody. Doesn't matter.
That's a unique job. That's not the normal thing. That's unique.
The NFL got money. They're gonna give them guys a severance check for their apology.
This is the same league that did not take care of its players for decades.
Yes.
Decades. The actual players, not refs, players who the whole thing's built on their back.
You know why?
That's the reason why.
You know why they didn't take care of their players? You know why they didn't take care of their players? Because it's sad to say, but more and more players are coming up.
But what?
So they don't give a fuck about these players no more. And it's just sports in general. Once you're in a situation, we don't give a fuck about you no more. You did the services for us. The business don't give a fuck about you after you ain't in the business no more.
How
This
that
is
don't apply to the refs?
No, because you're not having the first down markers no more. So you have to, the people that are working there, you go and give them a little check to be like, hey, don't feel too bad. We gave you some guap.
We'll see. I'll be fascinated to see how that plays out.
I mean, like, we probably won't see that type of shit in the news, but I think they'll get a little bit. Damn, man, people losing.
What we got? What else we got?
Oh, I'm looking up how much the chain game makes because I need to tell Took this because I know he's wrong about this.
I know they don't make a lot.
I wasn't gonna do it. I'll let you handle it because
don't get me twisted. They don't make a lot. I know that. I know they don't make thousands of millions of dollars. They make some type of money. But if you're telling me that, yo, you're writing a letter to me like, we're gonna.
Yeah, I'll stop you right there. Yes, I'm telling you that. It's the NFL. They don't give a fuck about anyone.
No. We're gonna start using technology now. So now your job is no longer here for you. We're gonna give you a little something, man, and peace out.
Here we go, Took. This is as of 2013. So, but this is a number though. A member of the Ravens chain gang, they each made $72 per game.
Oh, by the way, we learned something about when you said that. We learned something. Oh, this isn't a universal thing. Because they're part-timers, I think they're hired by the team. They're not getting a check from any league at all. They'll leave that up to the team. You want to pay your guys on the way out, you can do that. Not our employees. They're not our employees. That's nuts.
Bro.
They're
not getting
go by
nothing.
team? That's
they getting something, bro. Trust me. They getting something.
Yeah, but
I gave him $1,500, not even knowing. And I looked it up and it get paid 72.
No, you're right. No, that's not what we're talking about. We're not talking about how much they get paid.
Game staff. That's what I made working the elevators at Fenway.
Some of these guys that do these chains have been working for years. Yeah,
I feel you.
They're gonna get something, is what I'm saying. They're gonna get something.
This is wishful thinking.
That's not. You're gonna get something.
Maybe.
Even if it's fucking $142 in a check, they gonna get something. I didn't say how much they was getting. I didn't say they're gonna get thousands of dollars. They gonna get something.
All right.
I know they don't get
they might get a party. They might get a pizza party at the end of the year.
$20.
It's been great.
$20 a game.
Here's some awards.
Paul Warner coaches get $20 a game.
Here's a jacket.
I know the game. My brother's a referee. I know the game. I know how to get paid.
They're not referees though.
Huh?
There's a reason why referees are not full-time employees because they don't want to pay them like that.
Right. That's also why referees are not full-time. Exactly, because they don't want to pay.
That's why they're unionized.
No union. They don't want unions. They want a 2-coin signature. Yeah, go. Hey, sign a bunch of jerseys too. That'll be their gift on the way out.
All right. I didn't give a chance to get you guys' breakdown on the Super Bowl matchup here. So what do we think will happen in the Super Bowl? Who are you going for? What are your feelings about watching the game? Are you looking forward to it or not? Let's start with you, Will.
Patty gets another one. I think they're gonna do it by long drives, keeping the Eagles offense off the field. That's the one problem that I see with this Eagles offense. They actually score too fast sometimes, and it hurts their defense because now their defense is going to stay out there. Now, that didn't really hurt them statistically because the defense was still pretty good. I think it was top 10 defense this year. They got to find a way to keep Barkley contained. That's really all this whole game is about, keeping Barkley contained. If you can manage to keep him within the box, keep him from ripping off 60-yard runs, I think they can win this game. They have the better quarterback. They have the team that's better situationally because they've been here many times before. I think this is going to be a really good game. I don't think the defense is going to be crazy for either side. I think there's going to be a lot of points in this game. And I think I learned some numbers today about not betting against the Chiefs to cover because they always do.
Well, what is it at now? 1.5?
-1 from last time I saw.
-1?
Okay.
-1.
All right.
I think they'll cover.
All right, too. Your thoughts, Super Bowl?
Year 2 boycott. That's how I feel about this game. And you know, when you say boycott, you think in your mind, should you really watch the game? And then I seen an ill reel yesterday from someone and was like, don't bother watching the game. Don't even bother going to watch games with friends. It's just a bunch of losers in the house watching the game, and they're not even watching the game. They're just talking the whole fucking time. So, gives me more reason to boycott this Super Bowl. But my feelings on the game is that they play. I've been saying they play so much like they remind you of the Patriots, man. So even if you want the Eagles to win, man, you can't bet against these motherfuckers. You can't bet against the Chiefs, man. You can't bet against them, man. Hopefully I wake up the next morning and all the newsways say the Eagles won the Super Bowl. I don't have a team that I want to win this game. For everybody watching, I hope you enjoy it because I won't be watching. I'm a sore loser.
This could be one of the most watched.
I am not watching the Super Bowl.
This should be one of the most watched Super Bowls. It's going to be on Tubi for free.
Yeah. Well, Tubi can watch. They can watch it on Tubi for free.
Why don't you want to watch? Why don't you want to watch?
I don't want to watch it. I just showed it. I'm a petty, sore loser. I don't want to watch it. I'm being real. I don't want to watch it at all. Okay. It got to me is something that's just like honestly like not
because of the Eagles.
No, not even because of the Eagles.
No, because the Cowboys aren't there.
Just not gonna watch it.
Okay.
Because the Cowboys aren't there.
Because I feel like at the end of the day, I feel like we're gonna get the result of the Chiefs winning the Super Bowl. It's not because of the Eagles. I hope the Eagles do win this game. You know what I'm saying?
The thing is though, unless the Lions made it, every time two teams make it, it's two teams America hates. We don't give a shit about anybody but our own team. Have you ever been like, "Ooh, yay, the Chiefs"? No, fuck them. Fuck the Eagles. Fuck them all. They're not my Patriots. But I'm gonna watch the game though because I love football.
People gonna watch the Super Bowl, spending hundreds of dollars on fucking nacho dip and fucking chicken wings and pizza, fucking grill. Shout out to the South, they gonna grill this shit up. And watch fucking these two teams that, like Will said, they ain't your teams. I'm not watching this shit. And I'm going to do that shit from now on.
I know the reel you talk about, though. I know the reel you talk about. He was also just saying that the viewing experience is better at home than it is like with a bunch of people and stuff like that.
I don't think the viewing experience for me is good at home either because it's just going to have me want to break my TV screen. So I'm straight.
Anyway, I'm going to watch the game. I'm going to enjoy it. I'm going to hit up the homie, see who's trying to watch as well. And yeah, I've stated before, I spent my whole life growing up with annoying ass Patriots fans and more aggressively and more importantly annoying ass Tom Brady fans, despite me also thinking he's the GOAT and loving everything that he did for our team. I just annoyed by our fan base. So I want them to sweat. I doubt he ever gets to actually make to 7 rings, but I would love it if he got 6 and just there was a battle forever between him and Tom Brady fans and they just had to deal with that. I would love that for them. Couldn't happen to a better group of people. So I will be rooting for Patty. Kermit, let's go Kermit.
I watched the Puppy Bowl. The Puppy Bowl starts at 2:00. The Dog Bowl. I watched that shit.
Yeah, Puppy Bowl too. We gotta watch all of it. Yeah, I mean, I'm with you. Puppy Bowl's the real deal, especially when they poop on the field. Especially when they poop on the field. Funny.
Oh man.
Okay.
You got a problem with the Puppy Bowl deal? Is that what this is?
No.
Okay. I just wanted to know if you wanted all of America to hate you or not, because nothing we like more than dog. Look, I told you the last story. We were more sad that the dog died in that car crash that time. Like that's how fucked up Americans are.
It's true. Everybody loves dogs. Might not like humans.
You didn't want Lions versus Bills. You wanted Commanders versus Bills, bro. You're a Commanders fan. Come on, dog.
I'm hoping to get close to 100 miles on a bicycle on Super Bowl Sunday. I assume you're going downhill. Hope your brakes work. Stay upright, brother. You're in Texas, aren't you? There's not even that many hills to go that fast. Texas is flat as
all
fuck.
day. Flat all day. My man's legs are gonna look like Lance Armstrong's with the needle in his fucking legs after that shit.
Oh, I guess I just thought I said 100 miles per hour. He meant miles, just going that far. Oh, you can cover that in Texas for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Plenty of space. Have fun, bro.
All right. Let's take a quick break and then we'll be back with our final topic. So stick with us.
This is an emergency message. Stop what you're doing and hit the like button. Also comment and subscribe. Thank you. We now return you to your program.
All right. We are back with the play call sheet. And we're getting into our final topic here. We want to know what's up with your team. So let's start off with your team, Will, the New England Patriots.
The Pat Riots. My Pat Riots are doing nothing so far. I mean, we're just signing coaches and the player situation, I don't know how that's going yet. I hear rumblings of we want to be in the T. Higgins combo. I doubt we're going to be. I think he's going to stay. Couple other receivers. This Kupp situation, I'll take Kupp, but I had a Patriots fan say, I'll give up that pick for Kupp. And I said, this is why I hate our fan base, because that's dumb. I would not give up that first-round pick for Cooper Kupp. Yeah, I hear the Myles Garrett thing, but I don't know why. I mean, they would have a reason to do that because they're going to get the pick from us for Myles Garrett. Myles Garrett, I'll give that first pick up for.
Yeah, you got to give up more, too. It's got to be first-round pick and more.
Yeah, if it's another first, though, if it's two first, I'm out. Y'all can keep them.
No, I don't think it'd be two first. I think you're looking at a first plus like
like a first. I'll do a first, a fourth from this year maybe, and then like a third from next year or something. But I don't really want to give up two top 3 picks in this draft. My team is hoping the Titans or Browns don't draft the QB so we can get Ward or Sanders. You, sir, will get neither. Nah, you might get one of them.
Now you gotta get one of them because the Titans are not gonna draft the QB.
Really? You think they're still short on Levis?
They're not gonna draft a QB. I don't think they're
going to do what? They're going to ride with Levis?
They got the first pick right in the draft.
Yeah.
They're gonna probably go Henry. If Henry stacks up throughout the rest of the tenure, the draft, pre-draft, they're gonna go Henry number 1.
The Titans got the first pick in the draft?
Travis Henry. To play corner for them.
I think it's gonna be Carter.
Yeah, I think they're gonna get our guy, Abdul Carter.
Yeah.
It's not impossible for a corner to go first overall. It's not likely, but it's not impossible.
I think Carter goes first. And I think
Ward.
Hunter goes. I think Hunter goes second.
Who's picking second?
Cleveland.
Yeah, they'll probably go.
Yeah, he doesn't hurt.
Ward
I don't think
will
he
go
hurts his stock that much to not. I mean, if he does, then yeah, he goes downhill. But I don't think he'll mess up his stock to go no further than 2. I mean, if this Carter guy, Abdul Carter, is blazing up the stock waves, I will take it from you guys because you guys know y'all shit, But I say Hunter will probably be 1 or 2. Hey, if he doesn't go to Tennessee, he'll go what? The Browns got number 2 pick?
Right. Why wouldn't the Browns take a quarterback?
There's a lot of draft capital to put in there.
One and an absurd amount of money.
Absurd amount of money, yep. And that's the Browns.
You got Jameis Winston to lead you to the day.
I think his contract up. If I'm not mistaken, he's on a 1-year deal. Yeah.
Who contract's up? Jameis?
Jameis is up. He had a 1 year. I think he had a 1 year situation.
He'll probably be back though. They can pay him a little bit of time. He knows the offense already.
Sam Donald.
They could trade us Garrett. Yeah, they could trade us Garrett and then just draft Carter and then kind of similar players. Not similarly sized, I don't really think, but
that'd be interesting.
Okay. All right. So with the Saints, y'all already heard the archdiocese crap. So the Saints are continuing to lose coaches. their quarterback coach and their offensive line coach have both been hired by the Seahawks, and that includes the offensive coordinator as well, too, for the Seahawks.
What does it mean when a bad team gets all its coaches snatched?
We suck so bad, people want our coaches.
Or your team wants out. Your guys want to leave.
No, I mean they don't have a coach in place.
Keep me here.
Yeah, like if you assistant coach without a head coach in place, hell yeah, you're gonna take a job somewhere else.
Yeah, you would. Yeah,
ain't enough beignets and daiquiris to keep me in this motherfucker.
Hey, yeah, you better get that check. So yeah, that's understandable. And the head coaching search, the Saints are waiting to after Super Bowl, of course. They're looking like it's going to be Kellen Moore, unless Kellen Moore drops something that he don't want the job. That's always possible. We did have somebody else drop out of the race earlier this week. Myself, I dropped out of the race, and so I was going to focus on podcasting, and that's what I'm doing.
Dale, can you see the Saints taking a swing and drafting Dart to replace Carr?
That again is like it's just like drafting Rattler. Like there's literally no difference here.
I was gonna say that too because and we all know that there's a lot of teams that need QBs, need different situations. But then, do you really need to go get a QB this year for the Saints?
Look, Dart.
You can see who raises up in next year's draft, for instance, and if he got a shitty again, then you guys could probably head to the top and not win and have Dale saying, well, we're going to win a division. We're going to win a division and then be in a top 5 spot where your chances to get a better QB based on the projections are there. That's kind of how I feel about y'all.
Okay. Yeah, it just don't make much sense to draft Dart, in my opinion. Like he's not like a first round talent quarterback. He's not like a franchise kind of quarterback guy. Like we already got this.
But guys would have said the same thing about May. In fact, they did plenty. So I don't know.
Did y'all draft May like top 12?
Yeah, we drafted him 3rd or 4th.
Well, there you go.
Drafted him 3rd.
I mean, clearly y'all thought he was a franchise quarterback. You wouldn't draft him 3rd.
Okay, and then you got Purdy and Brady, and
Well, I get guys do turn into
Pro Bowl
something like that.
Drake May. You better put some respect on his name. I don't care if it's a replacement or not. Pro Bowl quarterback.
He's a motherfucking stand-in.
My favorite Patriot.
4 other guys said, "Hey, if half the AFC had to say no for you to get in, I'm good." Like,
hey, listen here. As a fan, I'm gonna take the cheap way out.
Pro Bowl. Have fun with that.
Pro Bowler. Shit.
Tukin coach, Cowboys.
We took one of your coaches, Dale. We took your running back coach.
There you go.
We took your running back coach, Derek Foster. Just reading up on what he's done for running backs in the past. Had guys like Eckler doing good things. Kamara in a shitty year doing some things. We hired as well David Oversheet as the secondary cornerbacks coach. That's just a little bit of information from Cowboys land. But ever since the hire of the Schottenheimer guy, it's kind of been this chill, man. I mean, you can't really predict what this man's gonna do. Like I said, we got a whole regular season to do that. So other than that,
you can predict what he's gonna do. He's gonna do what Jerry tells him. That's what he's gonna do.
Oh yeah, yeah. Record wise, not yet. Yeah.
Also, P. Dollar, who watched the Pro Bowl, they need to get rid of the game. I don't understand this take. Just don't watch it. It costs you nothing to pay.
Man, boycott, you gonna boycott the Super Bowl? Boycott. You should have been boycotted this.
Y'all boycotting free football, man. I don't know what's going on.
I mean, it's not really football.
Yeah, the Pro Bowl, no. Pro Bowl definitely not anymore.
Right. They're playing flag out there, which is okay.
Who won? I
mean,
didn't watch.
Yeah, that's all they're doing is playing flag football right now. But
real.
they have like skills competitions and stuff like.
I like that,
hunting.
but they don't take it serious either, so they suck.
This is what the NFL should do. I would take a peek at the Pro Bowl. The NFL kind of does what the NBA wants to do for their All-Star game, but I think it worked better for the NFL. 7-on-7s. It's been the dynamic to a lot of young guys in their careers now. 7-on-7 tournament. You pick two AFC teams, two NFC teams, 7-on-7s, man. F it. Why not?
The problem with that is you got nothing for the big guys to do.
Fuck it. Let the big guys chill.
Fuck them. Should have lost weight. Played it real good.
Why I say that is because the big guys, you took away all the physicality of the game anyway. So why do you need the big guys to be out there and acting like they fucking playing physical? Okay. Have the position players play.
Or 7-on-7s, flip the positions. Big men go out wide. Big men playing quarterback. And little guys on the line. Just fucking guards. And
I just feel like
7-on-7 weight classes.
Save it. Oh, here we go.
Weight class edition.
7-on-7 heavyweights.
Listen, but everybody gets a quarterback, though. You know, quarterbacks don't count.
Penny running routes.
Or listen,
ACL gone.
You didn't make the offensive lineman and defensive lineman to it. Do the strongman competitions, dog. The day of before the Pro Bowl game, you know how them lift up, who can lift the most weight. You know, Leon West style. You know, coach. You know what they used to do back in the day, dog. Well, we all know that. I think we know.
I remember that.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So you can make it fun, but it's just a way of how they're gonna do that. And if you're gonna go flag football, you might as well put the 7-on-7 aspect into it, dog. It's kind of what everybody's doing already.
I like it.
Do a Hail Mary drill with a ball pit.
All right. Coach, got anything on the Cowboys or Pro Bowl or whatever?
Yes, I do.
All right.
Pro Bowl, no. Pro Bowl, I don't watch that.
Pro Bowl Combine, that'd be fun.
Far as my squad, I do like, you know, I'm in the acceptance stage of the changes. You know, I wasn't on board initially with the Schottenheimer hire, but as I sat back and I've thought about it, as he assembles his staff, the one thing that I do like is this is the first time in probably since Parcells was here that he allowed the incoming head coach. No, not even then. He's hiring an entirely new staff. In the past, either the offense coordinator stayed, defense coordinator stayed. So actually, this is the first time since Jimmy was here, I think, that he's allowed them to hire his entire staff on his own. So I do like the aspect of that. Also, a lot of the coaches that he's on, it's a lot of young guys that can relate to the players, new, fresh ideas. I like that part of it instead of, you know, the 70-year-old guy that's been here forever, kind of stuck in his ways. I like the addition of Clayton Adams as the offense coordinator. He was the run coordinator and O-line coach for the Cardinals, and they've had a pretty stout running game over the last 2 to 3 years. Eberflus, better head coach than he is better coordinator than he is a head coach. So I do like the aspects of that, because after he left Chicago, their defense plummeted like significantly. The only question I got is Nick Sorensen as a special teams coordinator. He was the DC for San Francisco last year. Kind of weird, but I guess maybe got experience there in the past. But then other than that, you know, like they retained Lunderwells as a tight end coach. He was a hot commodity. And then like Took mentioned, David Overstreet II. Shout out to him, man. His dad was a GOAT at Oklahoma. Died at a very young age, at the age of 24. So yeah, I'm liking how the staff's coming together. And they extended Will McClay. Y'all remember when I said that it was somebody in that leadership council that was not a fan of Mike McCarthy? And if Will McClay comes back, I'm thinking that it was him.
Okay. Mhm. There we go. So this is what the like one of the assistant GMs or something like that.
Yep, he's the director of player the scouting team. So he's like the liaison between the front office, the coaches, and the scouting department.
Mm-hmm.
So he's the de facto GM.
Yeah. All right. Cool. All right. So Tilk on Wednesday, the parlay perspective. You guys gonna get into some betting angles on the Super Bowl?
Yeah. From now until Wednesday, try to look around, see if there's any interesting props. Everybody for anybody here. As I am on a vacation from betting, I'm not going to be betting until March Madness. But for the fans' sake, I will try to see what props are in this world of football and share with you guys on a product perspective.
As of this morning, 69% of America's bets were on the Eagles.
Which,
okay.
yeah, so that means you can drizzle the Chiefs somewhere. That's what it usually means. You could drizzle them somewhere, but you just got to find out what scenario it is. So it's gonna be dope.
I hear if you take the Chiefs to cover and the money line Chiefs, it's plus 400, I believe.
So you said that line is basically 2 points, right?
I believe so,
bro.
No, I think it's plus. I think it's one. I think they're -1.
So the Chiefs are the favorite.
The Chiefs are favored, and everyone's betting Eagles. Okay. But if you take Chiefs favored and you take them money line, it's plus 400 though.
I'm gonna be real. Whatever team, the 1.5 on the Eagles side, the 1.5 on the Chiefs side, pit it up like 2 or 3 points because I think this game is not gonna be won by 2 points. I think it's gonna be won between 4 and like 7 points. That's what I feel. Move up the alternates, and in this case, the alternate can win you more money. That's my opinion.
I have a prop bet that they'll show T Swizzles 8 times during the game. It's a safe bet. Safe bet. So the over under was 7.5. I'm guessing, right? And you took 8, so you took the over.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, probably so.
Huh?
Kanye says he's only following Taylor Swift now on IG. So maybe Kanye comes to the game and takes Taylor from Kelsey during the game, and the Chiefs lose to the Eagles.
Yeah, we're going to talk about Kanye tomorrow.
Super Bowl bet don't drop. Quick one, if you can find it. How many times
call an audible?
How many times will Kendrick Lamar say minor at the Super Bowl halftime show?
Hey, minor. I don't know if he's gonna stay. I think the smart play for him. So here's the thing. That's a funny thing to talk about. I think the smart play for Kendrick here is to play the track. He has to play the track. It's his biggest track ever. He has to play it, but he can't sing any of those part of the lyrics. So you gotta let the crowd sing that part. I think that's the play he's gonna go with. He gonna do the song, and then he gonna let the crowd sing that part. Or maybe his backup dancer, because he always got dancers out there and shit. He always putting on the show.
Are these like bad parts of the song? Like,
yeah, he calls the man a pedophile. And he says that he's trying to strike a chord, and it's probably a minor. He's not talking about an actual chord. It's a double entendre.
Right.
A minor.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, he could say that.
He's not gonna say either. No, they're not gonna let him do it. I'd be shocked if they let him do it.
Yeah.
Let Drake have that real power, or is this Kendrick got the power? We're gonna find out on Super Bowl Sunday.
It's about Drake's power, or is it about his power of attorney? Because they don't want to have to deal with the suit if possible.
I think at the very least he'll do the hook.
Oh yeah, he gonna do the hook crazy.
They not like us. They not like I can see them play because the drop is the craziest part of the song. When that shit drops, that shit's fire. So they're gonna play that much. I could see them doing that. That was another suggestion that they play the intro to it and then it drops and they switch the song to something else.
Yeah, exactly. That's what they gonna do.
But I think he has to play because I think everybody's watching for it now. And if he doesn't, they're gonna call him a sucker.
Yeah, definitely. That song's getting played. We just don't know what parts of the song are going to be played. That's going to be the interesting part.
Yeah.
Halftime. Actually, I might have to tune in for halftime and that's it. Not the game.
He want to watch, y'all. Hey, can I call a quick audible though? I really kind of don't want to have to wait until Wednesday to discuss some of these trades, man, in the NBA. I'm not gonna lie.
You want to discuss NBA trades? Oh, okay. Go ahead.
We can go quickly on the trades, man. Casario, real quick, man. Absolutely.
Just do just a quick rundown. So, like, the obvious one of Luka and Ant Davis is absurd. Crazy trade.
It is absurd, man.
I think both teams get better right now.
Both teams potentially get better. I feel like the Mavericks, just a slight edge to them just because of the continuity. I think they win short term. I think they can blossom, you know what I'm saying, in terms of improvement of record and all that. For the Lakers, I feel like this is something that, and we know the Lakers always want that generational talent on their team. We know how the Lakers orchestrate their teams. So I think years coming through with the right construction around Luka, the Lakers could win this long term. That's how I feel about the trade. Anthony Davis is no slouch. This man can still win healthy, put numbers on the board for a Mavericks team that got a ton of big men now with the addition of Anthony. And right now I'm hearing different rumors about the Mavericks, man, and why they made the trade. A lot of things to do with their casino. The new gambling set they're trying to get in Texas, where relocation could be on the hindsight. But don't tell Coach that. I don't even know if he read that, but hey, that's what it is. But I think the Lakers made the trade because at the end of the day, you have to know what you're getting into tomorrow, man. We know LeBron's gonna retire soon. We know this team's gonna be dismantled. I would have been mad if they would have gave up all their capital for somebody. We didn't have to give up all our capital for Luka. So welcome to Lakerland, Luka. Welcome. Finally, after 24 plus hours of me having to sink it in, welcome to Lakerland, Luka.
They replaced Braun for the future. That's what they got their superstar for the future. The Lakers always have to have a guy, and now they have a guy for after the guy.
But people don't realize that. Everybody talking about this. Hey guys, have I been not saying this the whole season? We are not contenders. We are not championship worthy. I felt like we were rebuilding in a sense, and now the rebuild has started. So all that stuff you're saying, Mike, sweet and dandy, but I know why you're talking like that because you're a Celtics fan, and the rivalry you wanted to at least be beefed up on the Lakers side. This is why I love you, Celtics fans. Even when you're talking about the game, you want the Lakers.
He also didn't lie though. He didn't lie though. You do have two ball stoppers.
This trade is one. Because they traded a generational talent in Luka Doncic. So long term, I feel like we won. Short term, for what the NBA is right now, the Mavericks have the team to be a 1 through maybe 5 seed in the West, and that's cool. Can they compete against the Oklahoma City Thunders, the Rockets, the Grizzlies? Maybe not. But with Anthony Davis, it gives them a better pillar, to bring it out, with the Kyries. You still got some young guys you got to develop.
Y'all realize we 3-1 against OKC this year, right?
I mean, no, it's matchup. It's matchup though. But y'all not going to play OKC in the first round, more than likely. So you still have to beat your current whoever you play in the first round. You're going to have to beat them. Now, if you go to OKC, now you're like that 3-1. You use that to your advantage. But then maybe OKC's a little bit hungrier this year, figuring that y'all beat them last year. So
also, for better or for worse, either way, you have kind of an entirely new team now.
How's that?
Because your entire offense was based on one guy, and now it's going to be spread out amongst a few guys, and younger guys are going to have to step up and play different. PJ Washington's going to be playing a different role now. He's probably going to be asked to score a little more. And then also where you're scoring on the court from. Because Ant Davis is a low post guy for the most part now. All that 3-point shooting he used to do, he kind of stopped. He don't really shoot that much anymore. He's kind of just like a mid-range low post guy. Where your buckets are coming from, it's entirely different.
Yeah,
I feel like, and your whole team's gonna have to get used to that.
My man Nico came down.
Team, though.
My man Nico and Rob Pelinka said yesterday with that trade. that we trying to take the lead back from the players. We want the owners to motherfucking make the decisions here, not the players.
So it's some crazy weird stuff starting to come out. You know, I'm first of all, I'm seeing, you know, the smear campaign, you know, talking about the weight and stuff like that. But they're saying that in the past couple of years, the Mavs fired a bunch of staff members that Luka had been close with over the last few seasons in an effort and hope to get him to change his habits. Ooh. One of those people being, and I wonder because I didn't know he was gone until recently, Casey Smith. He'd been there almost 20 years as the head athletic trainer. He with the Knicks now.
Wow.
So that's why he got let go. I'm hoping he can go to LA. LeBron can show him how to be the consummate professional and to take care of his body. But right now, it's all on him to change him. I think he's going to be motivated to prove people wrong, especially the Mavs. I'm pretty sure every time he hit us up, he's going to drop a 50 burger on us. But yeah, it's up to him now. If not, he's going to eat himself out of the league. He's a light-skinned Zion.
Yes, Dale, a guy who just got traded. That's who. So obviously, no one's thinking he's doing great work. But yeah,
man. The Lakers knew what they were doing. The Lakers are gonna Laker, and the Lakers did this, man. They seen that team maybe not be the top tier of the team, but they can have somebody interesting like Luka and see if they can play the who want to come play with him game. Simple as that. And the Lakers took that trade. I would have took that trade 8 times. Luka for AD, yeah, I would have took that trade 8 days straight, 7 days out of the week. I would have took that trade 8 times.
Hey, whatever it may be, Mizzo. Bottom line, needle or not, LeBron works hard, and hopefully he can get Luka to work just as hard. Because how do you play next to LeBron and not work hard? That'd be weird.
Yeah, it's not gonna work out like that. And you know, something else that came up today. Rick Carlisle, he just abruptly left and immediately started coaching somewhere else. I think as we go along, we're going to see more and more stuff start to slowly leak out. But at the same time, it's going to be some stuff exposed about the organization.
Right,
handled it wrong.
We're going to learn a lot about Luka being a diva, and he's going next to Braun, the biggest diva we know.
You got to keep it real. Day one, we talked about that Madden situation with the locker room and the general office situation. That kind of went swept like the same situation we just talked about. But internally, I don't think it's been swept under. I think they're still dealing with that type of shit. And it's happening now to Luka. And I won't be surprised if a little bit of that played into this situation here too. Just like 5%. I don't think Luka did anything crazy, but there's more than people you're saying that left. The same shit that was going on in the front office is not going on anymore. So then when that type of shit's not going on no more, people are disinterested in their jobs. Like Cuban's disinterested in his job. Or maybe Rick Carlisle is not interested in his job. Michael Finley feels, hey, it's time for me to up in my job. I'm going to take this bear away from Luka. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of these guys in the organization now with Dallas want to keep the bad habits away. And as Nico said in the press conference,
they mentioned culture, didn't they?
Yeah, he wants culture. Yeah, it was culture shock because he wants a culture change in Dallas. But you kept Kyrie. Shout out to him.
Yeah, I'm gonna see how long that's gonna last because he and Luka were tight, and he and Morris were like best friends. So we're gonna see how much longer he's gonna be happy.
Cool with Ant too. He's cool with Ant. He is cool with Ant. So hopefully,
I think this is the first city he's allowed to be at where he can just be himself. We don't care. You're gonna do some weird shit. Go do some weird shit.
Yeah, do some weird shit. Just do it by yourself. We don't fucking want to hear it. Like,
yeah. We got a wall so we don't have to see it.
Yeah, there's so many walls down there. He's not lying. So many walls.
Yeah, we gonna see, man. It's gonna be interesting. I think I'm in the acceptance portion of it. So yeah, I've already grieved. No more Ledbetter Luka. So, you know what really pissed me off though?
What?
I've never bought a signature shoe from a Dallas Maverick.
You finally bought his and then
Last fucking Friday.
Was it discounted though? I'm asking that question. Was it they discounted prices?
No, it's a regular fucking price.
Oh shit! They got the regular too. Oh Lord, I'll be eating shit.
I saw it, I liked it, and I got it. I'm like, did I jinx it?
You got him up out of here, coach.
Got him up out. You blame it on me, y'all. Blame it on me.
Yep.
I would never even thought that he got traded before Trae Young, dog. It's crazy, dog.
And the other trade that definitely was crazy was De'Aaron Fox to the Spurs. In that deal, also Levine goes to Sacramento. And
Kevin Herter goes to Chicago. I guess that's the only star player I can see that went.
What went to Chicago?
Kevin Herter.
Herter with the Chicago. Okay, that's cool. But yeah, man.
Hey,
it's wild, bro.
Hey,
but you say I didn't want to get too deep because that is again for the show.
If Greg, no, it don't even matter, man. We brand. If Greg Popovich is able to get back to a decent health status, if anybody don't know, he had a stroke, and that's why he has not been coaching. So at that age, man, it's very probably hard for him to even get back into, coaching shape. But they did good for themselves, man. Didn't have to trade too many of their pieces. Still got
mainly Castle. Castle was the one that everybody wanted, and they didn't want to give up. And they didn't have to. So now they basically have a point guard, the two guard of the future in Castle. They also have Vassell and Keldon Johnson under long contracts. Like, this team is really built to go forward. Like, this swing somebody Chris Paul. That's what you honestly can do in this situation because they ain't really give up much. I feel like Fox and Wemby working together is gonna be fire. It's gonna be dope. It's gonna be dope to see. They should keep Chris though.
I mean, you can keep them definitely. You definitely can keep them.
You need that. They're a young team. They need that leadership. That'll be a good little presence for them.
Listen here, the Spurs. Hey, the Spurs don't need $2,000 because that's what they'll probably get for Chris Paul in a second round pick in some future. But if some team calls like we want Chris Paul, if I'm the Spurs, take that motherfucker. Take him. But I like the trade, though. I like the trade for the Kings, too, and Levine. I like that him and the Mars there and two fucking wing killers. That's going to be...
But he just joined his boy again. They were just doing that in Chicago, and it wasn't working.
Chicago. I like the way Doug Christie's coached that team since he became the coach. Maybe
his coach has been good.
And let's not disrespect the Fox. Sometimes guys got to leave for improvement, and it sucks that it has to be him, but he wanted to leave anyway. They wasn't gonna sign. He wasn't gonna extend with them. He's been there for so long, kind of like the Myles Garrett situation. Like, you've been there for so long. You've dealt with you tried to win. You've lost more than you won, and hey, it's time for a change, man. I want to be out of here, man. So I'm not mad at the trade. All three.
Also, Wemby and De'Aaron Fox are both top 7 in the pick and roll, so I look for that to be basically the best pick and roll in the NBA moving forward.
Oh yeah, definitely. It's gonna be
both great pick and roll players.
This puts the Spurs, I feel, into. I mean, you can
playoffs.
You can call
playoffs for sure. Playoffs.
Yeah,
playoffs.
You can put them right in the play. But I want to say playoffs are like the 6th seed. I want to say like a top 6 seed. Like,
yeah, they might not jump all the way up, but they in the dance. Remember, we always say just get in the dance.
Get in the dance and you'll be all right. But I feel like they need that extra toolage of Greg Popovich there. You know what I'm saying? I hope Greg is there before the season ends.
I think Pop will help, obviously, because being the vet,
And as we wrap up tonight, obviously Thursday's the deadline, but there's a bunch of names, and the way that Luka AD trade went down, people told me to try to say this, that a lot of guys are untouchable. There might be guys that are untouchable now, but down the line, everybody has a price. So if you think people are untouchable right now, that's your opinion. But me personally, I would say if it's the right price at the time of day, maybe you're not untouchable. And the owners are trying to get their look back, dog, for all the years that the players abused the system. guys like Jimmy Butler, and you can blame Jimmy Butler for this. Keep it real. The way he's done it in Miami, to where owners are like, we don't want this player to become Jimmy Butler.
I mean, but it's an overcorrection because players abuse the system because of the owners abusing it for years.
Yeah, it's the owners want to.
So it's going to be a cycle. It'll go back. It'll swing back and forth. You know how it goes.
It'll go back as soon as it comes. Cooper Flag will be in the league, and then Cooper Flag will be telling these motherfuckers
taking the fuck back over, right? Yeah.
But nah, man, I like that. I like that the owners. I like that Rob and I like the Rob and the Mavs GM kind of was like, fuck that. We're not gonna even bring this to the street. We're gonna talk. We're gonna talk as friends, and we're gonna do the best for us. And
the fact that they did it quiet at night is wild.
It's crazy as hell. And it's crazy because over a course of a month, they've been talking about this basically. And the Mavericks wanted more. The Mavericks wanted Dalton Connect, and they wanted a first rounder.
I know everybody wants Dalton.
and then Rob Pelinka sat there for hours and was talking to Nico on how this is a risk that we're taking by taking Luka, with everything that's going on, the weight and all the stat that you're telling us is a risk. So at the end of the day, they was able to just break bread. It's wild. This Thursday coming up is the trade deadline. I can see 2 or 3 crazy names being traded. I don't know who those 2 or 3 guys are going to be, but yeah, expect a crazy deadline. This is just the tip of the iceberg. I feel like usually you get these trades and then there's no more firepower trades, but I feel like we're going to get 2 more firepower trades before this deadline. And then Mavericks and the Lakers are probably still going to be looking for pizzas at the trade deadline. So, but I like Mazzulla, what he said after his post game. Yes, at his post game yesterday.
Don't ask about the trade. I don't care.
I don't care about that shit. Cool. Nah, you know. And somebody said the Mavs can beat the Celtics in a 7-game series with the team they have now. I said hell no. I said hell to the no. I said, listen here, give respect to the champions, dog. You know every champion struggles. Every champion struggles during the regular season at some point. So I'm not even bugging on people with the Celtics. They had a good game last night, came back from 18 points down to beat the Sixers. You know, they're going to hit that stride. The Groundhogs didn't see a shadow. They're about to start hitting that stride again where motherfuckers ain't going to be able to touch them. So that's just how I feel.
Because they're going to start caring about basketball again. It's too early in the season to care.
The Bucks are going to make a trade. I feel like the deadline. Middleton's going to be gone. So a lot of teams in those top like 1 to like 5 spots, 6 spots that gonna try to go dingle their team up a little bit. I don't think the Celtics tingle their team up a little. I don't think the Celtics go at anybody, but anybody can go after anybody, man. It just takes the right call. The Wizards will not trade their whole entire team. The Wizards will gracefully. Oh my God! If you go on DraftKings, they have bets leaning to win the. Wizards are going to win their next game. And the odds for those games are crazy right now. Like, literally, if they win one of those games, you can come up. There's one bet that they won't win for the rest of the season. That's terrible. If they don't win for the rest of the season, that's terrible.
That's record-breaking, I believe.
Because they at 6 wins right now? 7 wins? Lord. P. Dollar trying to change your team, dog. We're going to look at the Wizards' record right now. This is terrible, man. Oh, my God. Let's see what their record is here. Standings. They are 8-41. So they'll surpass the record. They won't be at the record pace, but 8-41 right. This is terrible, dog. That's terrible. They got 8 wins right now. Second most wins in the East belongs to the Hornets at 12-35. So they'll definitely be like that team right there. That's the worst team. They'll definitely have to know. They'll have Cooper Flag coming to DC next year if everything works out in their favor. Yeah, that'll be fire, man. Parlay Perspective Wednesday. We'll double down. Guys,
we'll dive way more into all of these topics and way more trade. There's going to be more trade before the deadline. So.
And we'll try to give you guys. We'll schedule it though. We'll try to get some deadline special type of shit in here. We'll see what the time homies have. Tomorrow's the chop up 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So tune in there. You
heard?
know, we do our thing. And as well, Power Perspectives, man, and everything else, man. Sports related, show wise, you know, you got the Wrestling Best in the World podcast on Thursday. And just continue to support STWF. Shout out to all you ladies and gentlemen coming through tonight, showing love. P Dollar, Ms. Bobby.
Appreciate our fans, man. We appreciate the viewers. Y'all great.
Man. Definitely. Coach. Yeah.
What's up, fellas? Are we doing shout outs? Shout out to you fellas, man. Appreciate everything y'all do. Shout out to P Dollar, Bobby. Jake was in there earlier. Sexy Scottish was in there.
Mizzo.
As always, we got anybody, all apologies, man. Mizzo was in there too?
Huh?
Who?
Yeah, I think we got everybody.
But yeah, just a quack.
Got everybody.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
You still wear your John Wall
Like
jersey?
always, man.
Fast, bro.
I still will the John Wall. Just do the dead, yeah.
Do the John Wall. Do the John Wall. My man was starting Reebok, dog. Dude, listen here. He got some bread for Reebok.
But as always, appreciate you fellas, man.
Him and AI, the top 2 selling guys, Shaq. Top 3 sellers of the Reebok brand. Andrew Reese coming soon, man. And yeah, we're going to talk WNBA free agency too, man, because it's been crazy. WNBA, they making moves by the day. New faces, new places. The Fever, hey, put your money in on the Fever to win the WNBA championship this year. Because the way their roster is being constructed right now, it looks like they're gonna be the favorite. And they got a good team this year to comp that. But we'll tune in Wednesday, man. Y'all tune in Wednesday, and we'll give you all that information. Y'all have a good rest of your night, and as always, fuck Dale and fuck Jake. That's the slogan, fellas. Have a great night.
Out of there. Peace.
Thanks for watching our show. Remember to subscribe for more shows on the network. Smash the like button, share, and comment.